This weekend I'm hosting a craft club cafe. I'm just getting ready to make a little tea and coffee station. And I found a recipe for a cinnamon scone with vanilla glaze. I'm just feeling so full of gratitude to have so much community in my life at the moment. Good morning friends, welcome back to the October Diaries. I'm actually just getting ready to pop out because I have a few errands to run. This weekend I'm hosting, let me get my jacket on. This weekend I'm hosting a craft club cafe, which I'm very, very excited about for my craft club girlies. We normally hang out in the evenings, but I personally am very much a daytime socializer. I have the most energy in the morning and the daytime, and as the day wears on I feel like I become even more introverted. So I've made the suggestion that we have a little craft club coffee morning. So there's a couple of things I would really like to pick up for it. It's not necessary and I'm aware of that, but I'm definitely the kind of person that loves to make an event out of even the smallest social gatherings. It just makes me really happy to do so. So we're gonna pop into town this morning whilst I've got some time. It's a very overcast day, but it is dry and it looks like there's a good chill in the air. So we're gonna have a lovely little autumnal wander into town, pick up a few bits, and I thought I would bring you along with me. I'm not sure how brave I'm going to be filming in all of the shops, but I do remember one of you guys commented quite a few videos back that you would really like to see kind of inside some of the stores that we have in the UK. So I thought I would give it a go for you and bring you along for our little trip. I'm not planning to get lots today, but I would also like to pick up a little something for tonight because George and I are going to some friends for dinner tonight, so it'd be nice to just bring a little sweet treat or something. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and get cozy and comfy and let's go and run some errands. A hot cup of tea is exactly what I need. I've come home, as you can see, and I've had a spot of lunch and I've calmed down a bit. I really got my timings wrong going into town today. It was peak lunchtime busyness, so I'm not really sure how good of a job I've done filming being out and about. But I had to come home just a smidge earlier than I wanted to, really. And I don't think I got very good clips. I certainly didn't get any talking clips whilst I was out and about, but it's okay. Anxiety is anxiety, and it's also really nerve-wracking filming in public. And some days it's just a little bit harder than others. So anyway, I'm home now. I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm just going to show you the bits that I did manage to pick up. There's a few things that I decided not to get in the end for various reasons, but the one thing that I absolutely knew I needed to find today was a vessel of some kind for coffee, because I only have things to make coffee in small amounts. So we have a mocha pot, which makes about 2 cups worth of coffee, 2 small cups. And we also have one of the V60 coffee makers. I've only ever used that really to make individual cups of coffee, and obviously I'm hosting multiple people for a breakfasty coffee morning kind of thing. So I thought now was the perfect time to go ahead and find something. And I wasn't having much luck in the places I was looking, but I did pop into TK Maxx, and they had one of these cafetiers left by Scion Living and Dexum. It's a collaboration, it looks like. It's got these really cute foxes on it, but what sold it to me was the wooden lid. So I see these kind of designs with the fox on in loads of different places, and they never really totally grabbed me. I always think they're really cute, but I never find something that I think I would actually like to own. This is the exception. I didn't even realise it comes with a cork bottom, which fits perfectly and stays on, which is a lifesaver for if you have a wooden table like we do. But I just think it's so cute. It's got these cute little foxes all the way around, and then the lid is this light wood with a little embossed fox. And this is for 8 cups worth of coffee, which I think is perfect. Look at that. I love it. I think it's so cute. And it was only $9.99, which was so much cheaper than pretty much every other cafetiere in there, even the like really boring plastic, like just black plastic ones. So I was very pleased to find that. I also popped into Sostrine Green. I never actually know how to pronounce it, but we're gonna go with Sostrine Green. Originally I was gonna pick up some taper candles and maybe some other bits and bobs, but I don't think I really need taper candles. I think I might wait for a bit and then decide what colours I want to get, because I've got kind of like scented candles and tea lights, and we might be using the table quite a lot for crafting, so I don't want to have anything that's too in the way. So I just got some other bits that I actually just need in general. So I got some little gift tags. These are just plain brown paper gift tags, and some ribbon which says made with love. These are actually for Christmas, which feels crazy to be saying Christmas in October, but I've begun making my Christmas gifts for this year because obviously they take a while to create them. So I'm going to use these to make little care labels and package them up just really nicely for people. So I picked those up whilst they had them in, because I have a feeling that by the time I actually remembered to go and get them around Christmas, they'll be really hard to find. And then the last place that I made some purchases from was M&S. So let's start with the food bits. So for the cafe, I was thinking it would be really cute to get like the little Biscoff kind of biscuits or something similar, or just like a cute biscuit in general to have with your coffee. I thought it would just be like a nice little addition. And I came across in their Halloween section these little pumpkin biscuits. I think they're just chocolate and vanilla flavour. So we're gonna have those instead because, again, I love a theme and they're just so happy. I feel like pumpkin faces at this time of year are either really scary or they're really goofy, and I'm just so happy that these are incredibly goofy. Just look at them. So those are for the weekend. And then I also picked up, not for the weekend, for a different time, Hocus Crocus Magical Milk Chocolate Toad Bursting with Bubbles. It's like an aerated chocolate frog basically. And me and my friend Lucy do now biannual, but hopefully annual viewing of Over the Garden Wall. And I just thought that they would be really fun to have when we do that in a little bit. I'm not sure when we're doing it, but when we do it, I'm going to bring those as a little treat. Which then brings me to my final purchase, which was something that I have been thinking about for a while. So the other day I popped into M&S with my friend and I saw this pair of trousers, and it's a pair of corduroy high-waisted wide leg trousers. I'll show you them. I bought them, so there's no point hiding them. They've got these lovely like front pockets and back pockets. They're so soft, and it's in this lovely chocolate brown colour. And My all-time favourite pair of trousers is a very similar style to this, but they're cropped and they're in this sort of kind of like a cross between this burnt orange and like a maroon. However, they are no longer fitting me comfortably at all, and I've got to this point where I can feel bad about myself for not fitting into a lot of my favourite clothes, or I can simply fold them up, put them away, and enjoy wearing clothes that fit and actually make me feel good. And so I decided to have a little splurge and a little treat and buy this beautiful pair of trousers, which I've been thinking about for about 2 weeks, and I'd seen on their website. I went in to try them on, and now I have a pair, and they're the perfect length. And these ones have a little bit of stretch to them as well, which the other ones didn't. And because of that, as my weight fluctuates, which is a completely normal thing for your body to do, to change over the course of the month or the year or the season or whatever, that these will continue to fit, just maybe slightly differently. So I'm very happy with these. Again, they were a bit of a splurge, but I love them and I can't wait to wear them, and they're so soft. And yeah, it's just nice to have a good pair of trousers that aren't jeans, because all of my trousers at the moment that I wear are jeans, or just like comfy, easy to wear ones. So now I've got my cup of tea and I've shown you all my new treasures. I think I might go ahead and make a little sign. I think it would be really cute to welcome my friends to the flat with a cute little kind of welcome to the cafe. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that now and finish my tea, and then I have so many jobs that I need to crack on with a little bit later, so onwards. The sign is complete. I think it's very cute and didn't take me very long at all, and I think the girls are gonna like it. I think it's really cute. So yeah, very pleased with this. I have got loads of really boring like house admin-y things that I need to crack on with, so I'm not going to bore you with that. So I am going to stop filming for today, but don't worry, I'm going to check back in with you at the weekend when it's time for the Craft Cafe to open. So I will see you then. Good morning friends, happy weekend. It is officially time to open the Craft Cafe. So I'm running a little bit behind schedule, but that's totally okay. I am just getting ready to make a little like tea and coffee station. So I've just got a few little bits out, and I have retrieved this wooden tray which I decorated for my granny when I was very, very young, with some stencils, and when she passed away I got given it by my mum. So I'm going to use this. Normally it just holds all of our like recipe books and stuff just in the corner, but I thought it would be nice to put a selection of teas and such on here. I'm going to get the biscuits out, and then I'm going to make some scones, I think, as a little breakfasty treat. And I found a recipe for like a cinnamon scone with vanilla glaze. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm also making it plant-based because one of my friends needs it to be plant-based, and the only thing I could find is like a spreadable vegan butter. So I'm really hoping that it turns out okay. I'm sure it will be, but I think the punchier cinnamon flavour should help if there is kind of a lack of flavour from the butter. So we'll see. I think it'll still be good, and it's always fun to try new things. And I'm getting very excited to welcome my friends. It's so fun to just do something quite like themey for no reason at all. It's just a casual October morning, but it's just feels really special this morning. So yeah, it's also, we're just coming out of the back end of a storm, so it's very windy and blustery outside, and I think it's going to feel extra cozy indoors. So I'm going to get cracking, making the flat feel super cozy. I've just spent this morning doing a little bit of cleaning and tidying up, and yeah, now I feel totally ready to host a little craft cafe morning. So I better stop yapping because my friends will be here in about half an hour, so I have some work to do. But yes, let's crack on. I have had the loveliest morning and afternoon. It is actually just gone 5 p.m. I said goodbye to my friends about half an hour ago, and I've just done all the cleaning up. And yeah, I have had just the best day, the most wholesome, lovely day, full of chats and crafts and just cozy autumnal goodness. And yeah, I'm just feeling so full of gratitude to have so much community in my life at the moment. I know I've spoken about this in the past before on here, but friendship has been something which has been slightly tumultuous in my past, especially more towards like being a child or a teenager. And it feels incredibly special to feel like I've found a group of specifically women who we all have so much in common with each other, and we purely like build each other up when we are together, and it is just so refreshing and so incredible, and it's like such a highlight of my week whenever I get to hang out with them. So thank you girlies for coming to the Craft Club Cafe, and thank you guys as well to this community, this wonderful, vibrant, lovely and kind community. Thank you for being here and for indulging me and being interested in what I do and what I say. It's kind of mind-boggling sometimes, but it really does mean the world. So yes, I'm feeling incredibly grateful, not only for my in-person group of friends and the community that I'm building, but also the community that we are building online here in this cozy little corner of the internet. Also, just to say that hosting a little coffee morning was so like easy in a way, not at all the same amount of pressure that I feel if I'm hosting people for dinner or like a full meal. It was just such a lovely kind of low-key event, even if it's just a casual hangout. So I would highly encourage you to do the same thing, to invite a group of friends over, to bring their own snacks, to have coffee or tea and just chill and hang out. And you might do what we did, which is spend about 6 hours together. But yes, an absolutely wonderful day. I don't believe I got very many clips of the actual crafting. One, because what I am crafting is a Christmas gift and I don't want to give it away to the person I'm knitting it for. And secondly, because community and time with friends is really important to just be experienced and not always shared. But I hope that you enjoyed seeing the kind of behind the scenes putting it together, and the little snippets as well. I really like sharing these kind of more mundane moments with you. If you decide to host your own crafty cafe or just little coffee morning, I think it could be really good for a book club idea as well. If you decide to do something similar, let me know. Let me know if you bake anything particularly interesting. I didn't actually end up baking the recipe I thought I was going to. I did a very basic plain scone recipe, which is 355 grams of self-raising flour, 100 grams of butter. I used like a plant-based spreadable butter because that's what I could get my hands on. I put in 3 tablespoons of caster sugar, and I also put in about 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then 100 ml-ish of milk. I used oat milk. You can use any kind of milk, just till it forms a soft dough. And then you just cut it into whatever shapes. And then I just did a little egg wash and I put some sprinkles on top because why not? Just a little bit of extra fun. And then I baked them for about 20 minutes in total, and bon appetit. And then I did a little vanilla glaze, which is milk, icing sugar and vanilla extract, and for that I basically just added the ingredients till I got the right consistency, so I don't really have any measurements for that. Anyway, I think that's everything I had to tell you. All that's left to say now, of course, is thank you so much for being here, friends. Take care, and I will see you very soon in another video. Goodbye.